Okay, this is an older one that I built a few years ago. You can see it's pretty messed up. But how you make it is you take a piece of 4x4, you cut it off to where you have about, this is just shy of 4 inches. You're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need the 4x4, you're gonna need a mason jar, small mason jar will do. You'll need a eye-lag screw. This is what I use as an eye-lag screw. A couple of sheetrock screws, a couple pieces of chain. You're gonna need a 7/8 inch hole saw. I use a 5/8 inch drill bit. It's an auger bit. I use a 1/2 inch auger bit, drill, and what I do is cut this to just about 4 inches. Then at that point in time, you're going to drill with your this is a little bit bigger. This is what I'm using now, but use this 5/8 inch to drill down to approximately, I guess that's about 3 inches. 3 inches down, 3.5 inches. And then at that point in time, you're gonna come up at a pretty reasonable, maybe 45-degree angle. And that hole that you make with the 1/2 inch drill bit is going to intersect that 5/8 inch hole. You're going to do that 4 times on either side. And what it is, when the bees, they're going to look for a place to go, and obviously the path of least resistance, they've got a hole already bored for them. They're going to work their way up that hole. They're going to find the hole down, and it's going to come out into the mason jar. They're going to have the glass and they're not going to be able to find their way out. So you've got your main hole drilled right here. You've got your 45-degree angles intersecting right here. Then you're going to put your mason jar cap right here. And I use this punch, and I'll punch right there at 4 different locations as sort of a starter hole. And this is sort of important. You're going to want to put your screws at alternate angles to where your holes are. So if your holes are going to be on each side, so put your screws on each corner so your screws don't intersect your hole. Then at that point in time, you're going to take the hole saw and drill. You're going to screw this to, I usually screw this to a piece of 2x4 before, so I don't want to mess up my 4x4, and just simply drill your hole, start it up, use your punch to put a starter hole in there. Then you're going to drill this in until it just pierces that lid. Then you're done. Take your screws out of your 2x4, put them back onto your 4x4, screw it in, it's in place. Then you're going to take and sort of drill you a pilot hole. You can use one of these screws to drill you a pilot hole. Then either take a universal bit that would go on a 1/2 inch drive and drill it in, or you can just take and put a nail through there and twist it around till it, it goes in pretty firmly. And then I just take that piece of chain, collapse it down as it holds, and then I can use the other piece to hang on a hook. Then at that point in time, you're going to take your mason jar, screw it back on, hang it up, and then wait for the bees to come in. You saw my previous video. It does pretty good. I hope this explains how I made it.